Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Kind of under the gun. I've got a little man coming down tomorrow and I want to have him ride this thing around. So we're going to see if I can't get the battery hooked up and make sure the wheels run. I know they turn. I hooked them up to power before and the thing does run. I just got to get the battery connected. This part is supposed to be held in place by a couple of hinges, but the hinges have been broken off. Since he's going to be riding it down here, it won't matter if things don't work exactly as planned from the very beginning. Let's see, how do I get this thing up? Yeah, it has to rock up and out. There we go. And there's our battery. What are these things? A couple of pieces that appear to hook in there. They may be something to do with anchoring the battery in place. I don't think they have a whole lot of effect on this battery because this battery is pretty small. This is a 6-volt, 4.5 amp hour battery out of a tree line trail camera. So what I have to do is attach this down, and I think I'm just going to use some tape. Don't have to be anything fancy. We're still in the process of saying, okay, this is going to work. So I don't expect it to be perfect first shot out of the gun. But I do want to have the little man try it because he's the one who's going to determine if it can haul his weight with this little battery. I might have to put in two and parallel them so that it gets to be like a 9 amp hour battery. We'll have to see. Perego has a special connector, and I'm sure it's set up to make it so you can't get the positive and the negative confused. Well, the red wire is positive because it says right here on the connector. It says positive there. It's got a plus. Got a minus sign over here, so this is negative. I'm going to take this red wire and I'm going to strip it back and connect it to that. And then I'm going to put a little spade connector on the end of it. Yep, that'll work. That'll work just fine. So we'll go from here. I bought this pair of pliers at Tractor Supply. It says Tractor Supply right there. I bought them because they've got a crimping spot here, and they're also $8.29 along with a 6-way screwdriver and a beeper. This is a sensitivity range of 90 to 1000 volts AC. It says includes one 9-inch lineman's pliers with wire stripper, one 6-in-1 screwdriver, and one electrical tester. I use one of these a lot. Be nice to have two of them, one for my tool belt, one for the drawer upstairs. Rather than using a pair of shears, or rather than using my jackknife, I'm going to grab this big pair of shears. These aren't the largest shears in existence, but they're the largest ones in my shop. Get out the pliers. Take out the screwdriver. And take out, I call it a tick tester. Because after I put the battery in it, it'll tell me if there's current in a line. Now I want to mount the battery in it. And I'd like to tie it down with a tie wrap. So I'm going to drill a hole to this cross piece and then loop the tie wrap up around and over this battery. I think I'll put 2 of them in there, one on either side. Doesn't take much with a sharp bit to get through that. I think I could give myself a little more length on that drill bit. Make life easier. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Nice to have the tool wall handy. It'd be nicer when I have the whole workshop set up out in the backyard. I did go over to the Essential Craftsman's workshop, and he is building a workshop essentially the same as what I'm thinking of. I'm possibly going to have a hip roof. We'll just have to see how much the trusses cost. But I think I can get some ideas from him on what to do and what to avoid. That's always the hard part, is figuring out as you go what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. It's better to watch somebody else make the mistakes. At least I hope that's where we're going with this thing. I don't want him to make mistakes, but I would like to know exactly how it works best. Of course, he's in Oregon and I'm out here in Michigan, and the rules are probably a little different. We'll have to see. That's going to be long enough. I don't know if this one's going to be long enough. Yeah, I have to get another one like this. make sure my wire connectors are going to slip over this. Yeah, plenty of room. A lot easier to fix something before it's bad. See if I can grip a hold of the end of that thing. I don't know if it's long enough. Might have to do it the old-fashioned way. No. This one is... Yep, that one's too far. That's got that one held down. Now this one can be a bit tougher. I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver. Well, I do have this one. Let's see how it does. That's got it solid. Okay. Now I have to strip this wire back. I just clipped a little bit loose, a little bit of a bare spot there on the side, so I could get the battery charger connector to it. And once I determined that that was going to work, I knew I wanted to leave this connector in place. You never know when the proper battery might show up. I hated to spend $30 on a battery just to find out that the thing won't work, and Ollie would be upset. Don't want to do that. Don't want to give a kid something and say, here you go, and then have it not work. Besides that, he's 2. He's a very good little boy, but he is a little boy, and he might not take disappointment well. Grandpas should always seek to not have their presence not work. You want to maintain that illusion of ability. You can always come to Grandpa when things go wrong. At least that's what I'd like to have. Because I have two little boys that are going to turn into two young men, and I want them to follow along that same way with their children and grandchildren. I might not be around to see their grandchildren. I would like that. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't want to stay around for that, but you know, things being what they are, you don't always get a choice. There's one wire. I stripped this one up here so that the two battery charger connectors wouldn't touch each other. This isn't my finest work, but it's going to do. Now I got two red wires. Well, that's okay. Okay, don't give me a hard time. That's not a good idea. You don't want to do that. There we go. There we go, an extra wrap around there, make it a little more secure. This one's going to hold, but this one will hold better. There we go. Sun shines and the creek don't rise, this will work. Oh yeah, good and solid. Good, because I'd hate to think I wasted $9. Red goes to red. Blue goes to black. Now we have the battery connected. Reverse. First. Second. Looks like we got a working tractor. Now there's a trailer that goes on this. It's sitting out in the garage. This has a spot for lights, but I don't see any switches. There's no horn. He might not like that, but I think he'll like riding on it. Well, with any luck, I'll have a happy little man in the morning. Well, afternoon. Mom and Dad are going to go out to the movies tonight, and I get to play with the boys. Well, Lydia does too, but I get to play with the boys, because I got a tractor. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.